Hello students, welcome back. We did Maths Part 2, first chapter, similarity. Now we are doing Maths Part 1, first chapter, linear equations in two variables. On the very first page of the chapter, the definition is given, definition of linear equations in two variables. An equation which contains two variables and degree of each term containing variable is 1 is called a linear equation in two variables. I have underlined the important words. For example, you see these two examples. One is 5x plus 3y equal to 11 or 3m minus 4n equal to minus 3, etc. Now, x and y are variables. So, equation which contains two variables. M and n are variables, two variables. And degree of each term containing variable is 1. What is the degree of x? 1. What is the degree of y? 1. So degree of this term is 1, this term is 1. Similarly here degree of each of the terms is 1. Such an equation is called linear equation in two variables. These are the examples. Now general form of linear equation in two variables. What is the general form? Any equation is written, any linear equation in two variable is written in this form. Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Where a, b and c are real numbers. Real numbers means they are any numbers you can imagine. A, b, c are real numbers, but a and b both cannot be 0 simultaneously. Any one can be 0, but both of them cannot be 0. Such equations are called as linear equations in two variables. Now you see that on the first page of your textbook, a table is given containing three columns. In the first column, serial number. In the second column, equation. And in the third column, they have asked us a question. Is the equation a linear equation in two variables? Now, I will write the first equation. It is 4m plus 3n is equal to 12. Now, they have written answer already. Yes. Why? Because this fulfills all the condition for general form of linear equation. There are two variables. A, B, C are three numbers which are real numbers. Degree of each term is 1. So it is a linear equation. Now second example they have given. In the second example we are given the equation 3x square minus 7y is equal to 13. Now is this a linear equation? Are there two variables? Yes, there are two variables. But the degree of this variable is 2. That is why answer will be no. And what is the reason? The reason is the degree of variable x is 2. The degree of variable x is 2. Variable x is 2. So that is why this is not linear equation in two variables. Third example they have given, and that is of the equation root 2x minus root 5y is equal to 16. Are there two variables? Yes. Is the degree of each variable 1? Yes. Are they the real numbers? Are these numbers root 2, root 5 and 16 real numbers? Yes, they are. That is why this is a linear equation in two variables. So your answer will be yes, like that. Now likewise you have to see the fourth, fifth, 6th and 7th examples and find out whether it is a linear equation in two variables or not. So consequently 4, 5, 6, 7 examples I have written. In the fourth one, I am not writing this part which you will complete in your textbook or in your notebook. Is this a linear equation in two variables? Your answer should be no. Why it is no? Because the equation reads 0x plus 6y minus 3 equal to 0. Now 0x means no term. 0 into anything is 0. So this equation contains only one variable. So your answer should be no, as the equation contains only one variable. In the fifth one, same case, I will not discuss much, you will write by yourself. In the sixth one, you are seeing the equation 4 upon x plus 5 upon y is equal to 4. Is this a linear equation in two variables? Your answer would be no. Why? Because if this x is written this way, if 4 upon x, this term is written as 4x to minus 1, because when the x is in the denominator, it has power 1, but if it is brought here in the multiplication with 4, its power 1 will become -1. So actually this equation entirely will become 4x raised to -1 plus 5y raised to -1 is equal to 4. This and these are actually same. So you see that the power is negative. That is why this is not a linear equation in two variables. And the seventh one, why is this seventh not a linear equation in two variables? Because in the first term you are seeing two variables are there. That's why the degree of this term will be 2. X has degree 1, y has degree 1, 1 plus 1, 2. In 9th standard you studied the degree of the polynomial. So the degree of the first term is 2. That is why this is again not a simultaneous. It is not a linear equation in two variables. Now students, on the second page of your textbook, they have given solving of the simultaneous linear equation. Now a new word, simultaneous linear equation, comes. Simultaneous means when you are given two equations, okay, when you are given two linear equations, okay, containing two variables simultaneously. For example, 5x minus 3y is equal to 8 as it is given on the second page of your textbook, and the other equation 3x plus y is equal to. So we are given two equations, linear equations in two variables, two equations. Okay, they contain two variables and a, b, c are real numbers. When they give you two equations simultaneously together and we have to solve, then this is called a system of simultaneous linear equations. In 9th standard you have studied how to solve this equation. There are various methods of solving the linear equations into variables. In 10th standard you will study. Now the first method we are doing is the method of elimination. Okay, what is the method of elimination that you have studied in the 9th standard? So first of all, what we do is we give equation the numbers. Let 5x minus 3y equal to 8 be equation first, 3x plus y equal to 2 be equation second. Now recall the method of elimination. We will eliminate any one variable, either y or x. But how can we eliminate variables? We can eliminate variables either by adding them or by subtracting them. See, if we add 5x with 3x, we get 8x. So x, these two terms do not get cancelled on adding, or even on subtracting they do not get cancelled. 5x minus 3x is 2x. Now here also in case of y, if I add these two equations, minus 3y and plus 1y, when they are added we get minus 2y. So on adding this, y variable does not get cancelled or eliminated. On subtracting, minus 3y minus 1y is minus 4y. So again y is not getting eliminated. So for elimination of either x or y, what you need to have? We need to have the coefficient of each variable same. Okay, here coefficient of x is 5, coefficient of x is 3. But on adding, on subtracting, they do not get cancelled. Here the coefficient of y is minus 3 and coefficient of y is plus 1. 1 is not written, but it is 1. Now if this becomes 3 plus 3, then on adding minus 3y and plus 3y, the y variable will get eliminated. So in order to make this term y plus y as plus 3y, what we need to do is we have to multiply the entire equation second by 3. So immediately it will be realized that we have to multiply equation second by 3. So what we write? Multiply. We have to write this instruction, multiplying equation second. This is, always remember, these numbers must be Roman numerals. Multiplying equation second by 3. Okay, we get, when we multiply second equation by 3, why 3 I explained to you, because minus 3 and plus 3 on adding gets eliminated. So in order to make this term as 3y, I need to multiply the whole equation by 3, not only this term. So we are multiplying second equation by 3, so every term is multiplied with 3. So what we get is 9x because 3 3s are 9x. 3 into here 1 is there, so plus 3 1s are 3y is equal to 3 2s are 6. And this new equation that we get is supposed to be equation number third. Now just observe the equation number first and equation number third. We don't have to see equation second now because we modified it to the new equation. Only think about first and the third equation. We see that this term minus 3y and plus 3y are exactly opposite terms. Opposite in the sense their coefficients are opposite. Minus 3 and plus 3 are the coefficients. So on adding these equations, these terms will get cancelled. And that is only called as method of elimination of a variable. We are removing or eliminating a variable y. So only one variable will be left. So what is our next instruction we should write? Adding. We have to write adding equations first and third. We get. So I am adding first and the third. First equation is, as you see, 5x minus 3y is equal to 8. This is the first equation. And 9x plus 3y is equal to 6 is the third equation. And we are adding them. Okay, we are adding them. So on addition, this minus 3y and plus 3y get cancelled. These terms are added like terms. 5 plus 4, 14x. 9 plus 5, 14x. Is equal to 8 plus 6, 14. And when we are left with only one variable, we can get the value of that variable. So x will be equal to, in order to get x, what we do is this 14 upon this 14. They will get cancelled. So value of x is 1. And student, you know how to get the value of other variable. Once we get the value of one variable, it is easy to get the value of other variable. So what we write? Substituting the value of x equal to 1 in equation either first or second or third. Any equation you can choose. So equation first, we get in the first equation x here is substituted as 1. So 5 into 1 minus 3y is equal to 8. Therefore, 5 ones are 5. So, minus 3y is equal to 8 minus 5. Therefore, minus 3y is equal to 3. Therefore, y is equal to 3 upon minus 3. Therefore, y is equal to minus 1. This gets cancelled. Okay. So, minus sign is left. It is not cancelled. So, value of y is minus 1. And therefore, x equal to 1 and y equal to minus 1 is the solution of given simultaneous linear equations. Understand? This is the way we have to write our answer and try to make a box around the answer. Okay, now how do we know that we got the correct values of x and y? Put them in the given equations. X is 1 and y is minus 1. If you put x as 1, so 5 ones are 5. Minus 3 into y is minus 1. Minus 3 into minus 1 is plus 3. So 5 plus 3 is nothing but the right hand side, 8. Similarly, 3 ones are 3 plus into minus 1, that is 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2, which is the right hand side. So we are getting the correct right hand side. If you put the values of x and y here, we get the correct right hand side. This is how we have to check whether our answer is correct or not. Okay, this is the way we have to conclude writing the answer of this question. Now the second method. So students, this method is called as the method of elimination by equating the coefficient. What we did here, the coefficient of x and x here are 5 and 3 in both this equation, and coefficient of y and y are minus 3 and 1 respectively. So we equated the coefficients of x. Okay, we equated the coefficients of y, sorry, not x. Y minus 3 here, coefficient of y is minus 3 and coefficient of y is plus 3. After we equated the coefficient, we saw that they have opposite signs. So we added the equations and we got the value of like we got a variable y eliminated, and we got the value of x to be equal to 1. So this method is called as method of elimination by equating the coefficient. Now we are doing the second method, and that method is called as the method of substitution. The method of elimination by substitution. So the second method is substitution method. I have kept the same example as it is also given in the textbook, and we begin in the same manner. 5x minus 3y equal to 8 be equation number 1, and 3x plus y equal to 2 be equation number 2, first and second equation. Now if you observe, okay, from the second equation we can get the value of y. How to get the value of y? So we have to write, therefore, okay, from equation second we get y equal to 2 minus 3x. What I just did, I brought this term 3x to the right hand side. So I get y equal to 2 minus 3x. Okay, this is the value of y. This is the value of y. Let it be equation third. Now what I do is, value of y which I got from equation second, I will put this value of y in equation first. So what we have to write? Substituting, see the word, substituting the value of y in equation third in value of y in equation third in equation first, means value of y that we got in equation third I have to substitute in equation first. So in the equation number 1 I see that y is here, for which I will put this value. So what is the entire change in equation first? 5x, there is no change in this term, minus 3 into, I need to put value of y which is 2 minus 3x. So I will write 2 minus 3x, and then completing the equation is equal to 8. So what I did, value of y 2 minus 3x I put here in place of y. So entire equation first becomes 5x minus 3 into y. In place of y I wrote 2 minus 3x equal to 8. Now simply the variable y is gone, only one variable is left, x. This is also a method of elimination. Here value of y, variable y is eliminated, so only one variable is left. So now further solving, I get 5x minus 3 2s are 6 plus negative into negative, and we know that these terms multiply. So 3 into 3 9x, but positive 9x, and minus 3 into positive 2 is minus 6 is equal to 8. Bringing the like terms together, 5x plus 9x is 14x, and bringing minus 6 to that side, 8 plus 6 which is equal to 14. So finally how to get the value of x? X is equal to 14 upon 14, therefore x is equal to 1. And then we, as we did earlier, what we have to do? Substituting the value of x, okay, which is equal to 1 in equation, in any equation. Now we can put in equation first or second or third. So we better write in equation third. We get, now in equation third we have y equal to 2 minus 3x, but x is 1. So I have to write y is equal to 2 minus 3 into 1. So what is the value of y? Y is equal to 2 minus 3, and therefore y is equal to minus 1. Therefore finally how to write? X equal to 1 and y equal to minus 1 is the solution of given simultaneous linear equations. This is the way we have to write the answer. Understand? So either you use the method of elimination by equating the coefficient, or substitution method, you are going to get the same answer. These are the two methods you already studied in 9th standard. Now to start with this chapter, you must solve the first practice set, that is 1.1. So in practice set 1.1, first sum is the homework sum, because it is the activity sum, right? Activity sum it is. We have to fill the blanks. So this is very easy. Question number 2, 1 to 5 sums, homework sums they are. because all these sums, first 5 sums in question number 2, can be done either by method of elimination, by equating the coefficient, or by substitution method. You have to do both the methods for the first 5 sums. The sixth sum in question 2 is this: 1 upon 3x plus y equal to 10 upon 3. Another equation given is 2x plus 1 upon 4y equal to 11 upon 4. Now this is a little bit different, okay, and that's why we are solving this. In the solution, what we write? You see, the first step is always same, that numbering the equation. Let 1 upon 3x plus y equal to 10 upon 3 be equation first, and okay, 2x plus 1 upon 4y equal to 11 upon 4 be equation second. After numbering the equation, what we have to do? Here we see that the coefficient of x is a fraction, and even the term c is also a fraction. Here coefficient of y is a fraction, and c, the term in general equation, is also a fraction. In order to convert it into, like, the linear equations that we see in question number 1 to 5, what to do? Check out the denominators of coefficient of x. Here it is 3. 1 upon 3 is the coefficient and its denominator is 3. Here the denominator is 3. So what we do is, just LCM of the denominator 3 and 3 is 3 only. What we do is we multiply this entire equation first by 3. Similarly, here you see that 4 and 4, LCM of these denominators is 4. So we multiply equation second by 4. So we get, the equations of the type, like, which we see in questions 1 to 5 in question number 2. So as I told you, what we have to write? Multiplying equation first by 3 and equation second by 4. We get, okay, now I have taught you in 9th standard how to multiply an equation. Every term of the equation is multiplied by 3, and of second equation every term is multiplied by 4. So multiplying 3 with the first term. If I multiply 3, see, I am showing you 3 into 1 upon 3x plus second term is y. So multiply 3 with that term also, 3 into y. 3 into first term plus 3 into second term is equal to 3 into 10 by 3. I will show it once, not all the time. So what necessary change, like, will occur? These 3 and these 3 will get cancelled. So this equation turns out to be this, of this form. As 3 and 3 got cancelled, we have x plus, here there is no cancellation but a multiplication. 3y is equal to this 3 and 3 get cancelled, so is equal to 10. And this will be a new equation third. Okay, whereas in the second one we are multiplying each term by 4. So 4 multiplied by 2x. First term 2x is multiplied with 4. Second term 1 upon 4y is also multiplied with 4. And the third term is also multiplied with 4. So what is the change in the new form? 4 2s are 8x. Okay, plus here 4 and 4 will get cancelled, and here also 4 and 4 will get cancelled. So I have only plus y is equal to 11. This is the equation number 4. So now we have to just deal with these two equations, equation number 3 and equation number 4. Okay, I will remove this part and we will just keep in mind these two equations. We are going to solve this equation, which will be our solution. So we are solving them. Now as you see, I have removed this part, but I have kept these two equations. Coefficient of x is 1 here, coefficient of x is 8 here, no equal coefficients. Coefficient of y is 3, coefficient of y is 1, no equal coefficients. So now, as suppose we have to use the first method of elimination by equating the coefficients. So let us make the coefficients equal, either x coefficient or y coefficient. If we want to make x coefficient equal, then here you see that coefficient is 8, but here coefficient is 1. This can be made 8 by multiplying this term by 8. So the whole equation will be multiplied by 8. Or if suppose not x. If you want to make the coefficients of y equal, then you can see that y here is leaking 3. Here there is 3, but here it is 1. So in order to make this 3, we multiply equation 4th by 3. So any one, like variables coefficients can be equated or made equal. So I'll prefer x. To make the x coefficient equal, what I'll do is I will multiply equation 3 by 8. So I'm writing here multiplying equation third by 8, we get, what we'll get, 8x. Now I told you, now I will not write the working. I will directly multiply every term by 8. So I'll get 8x. Okay, this is 8x plus 8 3s are 24y is equal to 10 8s are 80. This is a new equation number 5th, and this I am going to keep same. Okay, why? Because now I am seeing that coefficient of x are equal. Now we have equated the coefficients. Now what I will do, I will add or subtract. There is another question, adding or subtracting. See, if the coefficients are equal and if they have the same sign, plus plus or minus minus, then what we do is we subtract the equation. Understand? Please remember this rule. If the coefficients are equal and they have same sign, either they are both positive or both negative, then what we do is we subtract. So on subtracting, any one sign will be changing, and so we can then cancel this. So what I'll do is subtracting equation 5 from equation 4 or equation 4 from equation 5, anything can be done. So I'll prefer to write subtracting equation 4 from equation 5th, from equation number 5th we get. So as I have to subtract 4th from 5th, I will write 5th first. 8x plus 24y is equal to 80. This is the 5th, and this is the 5th equation, and the 4th one is below this. 8x plus y is equal to 11. But because I have to subtract, I will change the sign of all the terms of the second equation, means the 4th equation. 8x is a positive term, so I made it negative. Y is a positive term, I made it negative. 11 is positive, I made it negative. So 8x minus 8x, count like that. 8x minus 8x cancelled. So one variable is eliminated. 24y minus y is 23y, and 80 minus 11, as you are seeing, it will be 69. So now it is easy to get the value of y. So y will be equal to 69 upon 23. So what is the value of y? Y will be equal to 3. 23 3s are 69. Once I get the value of y, I can easily get the value of x. How? You know it. Okay, how to do it? What we write? Now substituting y equal to 3 in any equation. In any means the whose form is very simple. So now substituting value of y in equation number, we have removed that, so I will prefer to put it in either 4th or 5th. This is the 5th, this is the 4th. So in equation 4th we get, okay, in the 4th one, 4th is this, I have to put y equal to 3. So we get 8x plus 3 is equal to 11. Further solving, 8x is equal to 11 minus 3. Further solving, 8x is equal to 8. So finally x is equal to 8 upon 8, therefore x is equal to 1. And therefore x equal to 1 and y is equal to 3 is the solution of given simultaneous linear equations. This is our answer. These are the values of x and y. Let us put them here. X is 1 and y is 3. If I put x equal to 1, then this will remain 1 upon 3 plus y is 3. So 1 upon 3 plus 3. 1 upon 3 plus 3. How to do it? You know cross multiplication. This way, and this way I have taught you. So 1 ones are 1 plus 3 threes are 9 upon 3 ones are 3. So that is equal to 10 upon 3, which is the right hand side. Correct. Again, x is 1. So 2 ones are 2 plus y is 3. So, okay, I'll remove little part of this so that you can understand it. Okay, I'm removing this part. Yeah, what is x and what is y? X is 1, y is 3. Put here, x is 1. So 2 ones are 2 plus y is 3. So 1 by 4 into 3. So 3 upon 4. It will be 3 upon 4. How to like add these two? Okay, cross multiplication and even the multiplication of the denominator will give you this. 2 4s are 8 plus 3 ones are 3 upon 4 ones are 4. 8 plus 3 is 11 upon 4, which is the right hand side. Thus our values are correct. This is the solution of both the equation. Okay, so this is the like sixth sum of question number 2. There are two more sums given, 7th and 8th. Okay, they are also special type of equations you have solved in 9th standard. So try to solve them, 7th and 8th sum. If you cannot, we will definitely solve them, 7th and 8th sum. Okay, in this lecture, I will keep till here. So your work, like your homework is solving first sum of practice set 1.1 and first 5 sums of practice set 1, question 2 of practice set 1.1. And 6th sum I have solved. You also try solving it. And 2 more sum, 7th sum and 8th sum also you must try because you have already solved them in the 9th standard. That's all for today. We will meet in the next class, with further types of method of solving the simultaneous linear equations. Have a nice time. Good day. Goodbye.